Hey everyone, my name is Abogalo, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. With me once again is
Mechalomaniac, hello internet.
good
We
day.
we
So
just did this,
today,
so
yeah, so we're actually going to do a supplemental episode because as part of the season 8 release, Cryptic has actually added a new tutorial. So I've just created a new temporary character who got the kind of appropriate random name of Rolls Socks. Um,
that's a great random name.
that is a great random name. I don't know how much of the tutorial. Oh, no, I don't want to skip the tutorial. As soon as this pops. Alright, no, I will play from here.
Training Day, that was a great movie.
So they got a nice. Actually, is this a new video?
I don't remember. Well, you probably recorded it the first time, so you can go check.
Maybe, but well.
No, I think it's the same one actually.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, like it seems very familiar. But at the same time, like I.
Well, to be fair, I think it's the one that they did when they did Legacy Romulus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you think you should turn your volume down a little bit.
Better.
Yeah, that actually may be why this is familiar, because I remember seeing it for Legacy of Romulus.
Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jim Pock, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade.
But yeah, it's if it's not the same one, it's very similar.
Yeah.
The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable.
It's basically just a little bit of what happened before the events of the game.
The Dominion is rebuilding its forces.
Also highlighting like here are some of the enemies that you're going to come up across.
Yeah.
So that they're not entirely surprises.
The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
Of course, if you've been watching our videos already, we've probably seen all of these guys at least once, if not
Oh yeah.
several times.
I also really like that it ends with StarTrekOnline.com. First off, not what their website is anymore, and second off, if you are playing this game,
You've already been there.
know that.
Well, no, you can get it on Steam.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Anyway, so this is the new tutorial. Instead of you starting on a ship already being an ensign, they're having you be a cadet. And this cadet Elsa Flores is basically their new. She is a pre-generated bridge officer that you'll get towards the end of it, because they're well the previous new tutorial did a better spread of your starting bridge officers. It was still kind of rough. So they took some of the things that they learned from doing the tutorial for the Romulans and have applied it to the new Federation tutorial. And so as you go through this tutorial, you're going to be picking up sort of your classmates, so to speak, as your first bridge officers.
Yeah, we haven't done the Romulan stuff yet, but as they go through their missions, they essentially get bridge officers that are like actual characters. Like
yeah, but only one of them has more story behind them than what you get in the missions you pick them up.
Yeah.
And in fact, conveniently, he's also the only one that you can't get rid of. You actually can't fire that guy.
Yeah.
Which is very appropriate. And why would you? Because he's actually good.
Well, plus I just like the connection you have with them is very.
Yeah,
The story stuff they did for Legacy of Realm is leagues above what they've done before, and it's very interesting.
yeah, I really like it, and I'm looking forward to showing it in the Let's Play. I just don't know if it's going to be the next one we're going to do, or if it's going to be the one after that. Because we're either going to do Klingons next, or we're going to do the Romulans next.
Obviously.
Yeah, but right now it's looking well.
We could do the Cardassians next.
Yeah, maybe they'll be added by the time we finish the Federation stuff.
Not happening.
Yes, I have the complete assignment list.
But
Interesting. You're going to have to add.
yeah, I think the Klingon side has a fairly story-ish tutorial too.
Yeah, they were rebuilt as part of the Legacy of Romulus stuff, especially since they increased. Well, I shouldn't. Well, yeah, they increased the level range for the Klingons so that it was a full level 1 to 50 experience.
Cadet. I did. I've been following your progress here. I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the advanced phaser training program. I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results. I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. Another fine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes.
So you were talking to the guy who's going to be in charge of our training crews, and he's like, "You're going to be part of my senior staff, and you should go talk to my tactical officer, who happens to be your best friend."
I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad.
I think this guy's species is supposed to be the same thing from the Doctor from Enterprise.
You're dismissed, Cadet.
Kind of looks like that anyway.
He kind of does, actually.
I forget what that species is called, but I forget what the Doctor is called. Is it Flux or something like that? Flux?
Something like that. Yeah, I have a hard time remembering.
Like I've mentioned before, I've seen all of like 5 episodes of Enterprise ever. So.
Spot, just what I wanted. Where'd you end up? You never did that? I thought you were Mr. Extra Credit. Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on.
I mean, well, might as well go and do the advanced phaser training, which is where they're going to go and show us how to attack people.
Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them. I sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
Oh, it's one of the lines she says. She forgets that Boothby is a hologram. I actually remember that he is in one of the books.
Boothby?
Yeah.
Ray Walton's immortal.
Probably,
except for how he's not. And I'm pretty sure he's actually dead now.
Do you have any hits for me for this? And she replies with, "Shoot stuff, don't die."
It's standard stuff. The program runs a variation on Mako Assault. The last time I tried to give someone a little help, I ended up on academic. Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks.
Press the V key to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective.
This is a pretty nice tutorial so far.
Yeah.
It's certainly a little bit more interesting than what the old one was.
On one hand, it's more sensible. On the other hand, I'm waiting to see how you actually get your ship, which might actually be less sensible than what happened before.
Yeah, and actually, I think it.
In fact, might very well be less sensible than the 2009 Star Trek movie.
Yeah. Because I remember when Cryptic was doing the stuff on how to rebuild it, they did a part where they were talking about how they already had all this voiceover from who's the guy that they got to do the EMH in there? Some famous guy, which I think was actually a guy that's in the new movies as well.
The image for what? STO?
No, yeah, in the tutorial.
don't know. I haven't heard him yet. Or do you mean the
Oh.
original?
Well, I mean, it's the same guy in both the new tutorial and the old one.
Right-click on a target to fire.
I will find out in a bit.
Oh, I forgot that it doesn't auto turn on auto fire.
Nope.
While in combat, certain actions are disabled. Once you drop out of combat, more detail about ground combat will become available.
But yeah, so they're saying that they had all that voiceover work from him, and they couldn't have him come in and do more, and they knew people liked him, so
Holster and draw your weapon
they
with the H key.
had to find a way to reuse all that voiceover work and still tell a new story. And apparently they found a way to make it seem fairly natural still.
Well done, cadets. You're not going to break the Academy record. Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Yes. You should be proud of your
Oh,
accomplishments.
so
here,
he
cadet.
makes me the first officer.
Yep.
First officer, way to go. Just a little jealous, I'll admit. You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass, as well as your minimap.
It's actually it's pretty cool. You get to talk to them all the
Report to shuttle bay to prepare
the cadet senior staff.
Yeah. I'm actually just about to the shuttle bay to see that.
Okay, all of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you.
Terrorize the cadets.
all cadets.
That's pretty cool.
Board your shuttles.
Yeah. That
Oh.
toast was
That too.
Pretty
I'm
good.
talking about something. I'll slow down and after
Oh.
this cutscene. You'll see what I was talking about.
okay. If you happen to trip and stub your toe, I'm the benzite to see. Apparently, when you were running around, there's also a bunch of other cadets you could talk to, but I skipped that part.
Are you ready to head to the ship?
Anyway, let's head off to the new ship.
Yeah, so far it's not quite as interesting as the Romulan one, but
It's certainly more. It's certainly
it's
better
Federation-y
done.
enough. Yeah, and it's better than
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't think you're going to get something that resonates as well as the story, just because the Federation story wasn't made out to be as personal as the Romulan one is.
Oh wow, they actually have the Vesta go out for her.
Yeah, that's what I was
Her
talking about.
first
That was
one.
pretty neat.
Yeah, that's neat.
A quantum field focus controller.
And she's naming off like the actual stats in the game too.
But here's our ship.
Oh look, there's the Vesta. Look at this amazing ship. Oh, but here's ours.
Two forward
Just this
weapon
tiny little
mounts,
Miranda off in the corner.
average speed,
It
or
looks
fire
sad.
nothing.
Yeah.
She's a tough little ship,
Surprised they're
though.
still using this
I think
thing.
I like her.
Well, they're using it for trainees,
We're
so.
the final shuttle to arrive. We need to get to the bridge.
It's kind of a shame that they couldn't handle the it so that if the game knows you have more than one starter ship, that you could just choose which one to start with.
I'm going to
Well,
check in and then head
adding
to
in
the
these
bridge.
story
See you
things
there.
hasn't made sense.
Yeah, yeah. This It would definitely be hard for them to do that now. Like I guess they'd have to have whoever the voice actor for Flores come back in and comment on the other 3 ships.
Yeah.
Name and position.
Well, I mean, plus the
I have your
the
record
Klingon
ready,
ones
sir.
has you start on a
Welcome to
pre-existing
the
ship, and the
Captain
Romulan
Terrace
one.
Yeah.
for you on the bridge.
To be fair, the Klingon for Klingon and Romulan, there is only one alternate for first tier,
True.
which is just a C-store upgrade. So they could actually have the choice work and not actually do anything because it is basically the same ship class.
Not the Romulan one.
Uh,
The Romulan one has you literally jamming around in like 100-year-old
well,
whatever.
I know, but like even the C-store variant is still a Tavaro. It's just not a 100-year Tavaro. The new. Oh, by the way, since I'm here, once I
Early in
finish
my
this
career,
dialogue
I
thing,
served with a captain who called his first officer that. I always liked it. As my number
he
one,
called you number one. And
expected
he's
to
like,
ensure my
yeah,
order
you know, when I
carried out,
was
and
young, my
to advise
captain
me
liked doing
on the
that.
best course of action in any situation.
Which makes me wonder if he's supposed to be referring to,
Picard or
he's
Riker,
supposed to be referring to Picard or Riker or someone else.
maybe Data.
But first,
Maybe.
we need to get out of dry dock. Get clear
No,
of
I
the
couldn't see.
control,
I couldn't see
close the
Data
shuttle
doing
bay
that.
doors, then disable the
Well,
tractor.
maybe.
Shuttle bay doors are closed.
Very good, number one.
Earth traffic control has.
Very good, number one.
Alright, so yeah, so now that I'm out of that dialogue thing, this bridge that we're on, which people will see is clearly different from the one when I did the tutorial many videos ago. This is a brand new bridge that they designed to be the default for all ships now.
It's very stylish.
It's very stylish. It is meant to be sort of a half step between the classic designs that was seen in the shows and the new design that's on the Odyssey class cruisers. I definitely think it looks real nice. It just looks way better than the original default default bridge by far. Although there is an amusing bug that we will probably see in a little bit.
Potter.
And as they take that to tour, we can sit in chairs. Can't sit in chairs in tour. Well, you can on your ship, but otherwise.
Just checking to see if you were paying attention, number one. Potter,
That's just one of those things that like
Oh
bugs
man,
a
and
lot of people and is really minor.
it specifically calls out that you can sit in the chair
Uh-huh.
as part of the tutorial. That is
Yes.
great.
So I said, take that tour, we can sit in chairs.
Take that tour. Yeah. Sitting in chair technology. And then
Cleared
the
for dry
cutscene
dock,
bugs
Captain.
and has Captain Taggart
Good.
standing
Let's start with
with
something
his
easy.
legs in the
Set
chair.
course for Vulcan.
Whoops. Now, for me, I am in fact sitting in the chair which has vanished.
Cryptic is like this. This is just shows how they are such a small business.
Captain,
I
picking up a distress
really,
call from the SS Breaker.
really like
Audio
Let's hear it,
Cryptic
Terrell.
and their work, but like some of the stuff is super hokey.
I want to just reap here. To be fair, it's new.
Yeah.
On our way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room.
These are also nice looking chairs. Oh, half of that captain's chair seems to be missing.
Whoops.
Communications are out as well.
Keep trying to hail them, Terrell.
In fact, half of my chair seems to be
Number
missing
one,
as well.
let's discuss
I
the
wonder if that's
situation.
intentional. Oh wait, it probably is intentional. Whoa! Suddenly
have
the
distress call,
camera
number
just
one?
wigged
What
the
do
hell
you
out.
appreciate?
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Absolutely not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist. Good. What do you advise?
Now, I heard they were working on like kind of redoing some of the internals of the ship too, beyond this bridge. Did they do that, or is that for later?
Yeah, they. Well, I mean, Cryptic has said that they.
Raising the shields does seem to be
They
the route
one of the
I
things that they
Flores,
want to
raise
do
shields.
is
Number one, Get down to
they
the
really want to
transport.
overhaul
You'll
the
oversee
ship
the rescue
interior
operation
stuff.
from there.
Like they aren't really happy.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess they have fixed that. So when the season 8 came out, there was a bug in the new bridge where the warp field effect from your viewport was actually going backwards.
Whoops.
So your ship was flying backwards instead. But yeah, Cryptic has said that they really want to redesign the whole ship interior system. What they would really like to do is make it a setup like where you could use like a Foundry Light system and use that to design the interior of your ship.
Mhm. That would be cool.
But like that would be really cool, but it's
Trying to compensate.
Probably
it-
pretty intensive.
yeah, very intensive. But they have been saying some things recently about some stuff that they want to do right away.
Hang on.
This vessel is now property of Captain Kadek of the
Oh,
IKS
apparently this mission has some Klingon pirates.
Arr.
Yar.
Yar, today be a good day to die.
Man, if they talk like that, that'd be pretty great.
That would be hilarious.
Klingon transporter you have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. We still have weapons. I'll do what I can. For now.
Yeah, I'd have to look because I know they were saying some things recently about what their current plans are, so I may have to look into that. But yeah, I what I was seeing was like they had some interesting stuff that they were talking about, and I'm very interested in it. So, and one thing that they did do. Oh wow. That was interesting.
Hmm.
I gave an order to into one of the red shirts, and then he got vaporized.
Oh, just like the actual show.
Whoops, poor guy. What was I gonna say? As part of the stuff for the new tutorial, they were also talking about how they've redesigned some of the ship interiors. Like you can see, compared to the old tutorial, you can see how the internals of this ship look quite different from before.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to bring basically they were able to bring the ceiling down a little bit more than usual, which is pretty nice. But I guess it's still got problems because of the nature of it being a third person.
Yeah. Well, it looks fine enough. It doesn't look too big.
Yeah, like it doesn't look out like it doesn't look goofy. And in fact, the new design, like the colors of it, look real nice.
Yeah, I like the kind of bluer textures.
Yeah, it just looks real nice overall. This is a this is a really great design, and I hope that they I hope that they do more with this look.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice advancement over the stuff that's familiar.
Yeah.
Number one, we're doing our best to cripple this Klingon marauder, but I need
And
your help.
here's your introduction to career options.
Yep. What's yours?
I just chose engineer again, so I'm fixing up the structural integrity field.
I had to supercharge the weapons.
Oh, because you chose
I went
tactical.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to delete this character after I do this. Just as
Yeah,
I see it.
so am I. Like, there's no need for me to do anything more than just show off the new tutorial.
Because I didn't check, but I'm assuming you can't do it with your existing characters.
No, yeah, you can't. The Cryptic actually made it clear in something that, like, the stuff for this new tutorial is only for new characters. Although existing captains can pick up Elsa Flores on at Starfleet Academy. So if you want to have that unique bridge officer, you can go back and pick her up, and she's actually pretty good. Like her starting ability is a superior leadership, which gives you a bonus to ship healing and some other things. I'll see them as soon as I get to that point. But like, for the most part, like she's actually real good, which is really nice for being a starting bridge officer. Which, because like before, like all the bridge officers you get when you start are like kind of like they're not bad, but they're white quality kind of basic bridge officers.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about them. So it's like here you get these guys and you do a bunch of stories with them, but really they're designed to be disposable. We just don't tell you that. So it's good that they did more with her in order to make her actually someone you want to have stick around.
Yeah. Just ability to... Well, like I said, I kept around the Romulan guy just for the... just for the connection you make with him, basically, through the story.
But he is also a good bridge officer. So it's worthwhile to keep him around anyway. Oh dear, the captain just got kidnapped.
Whoops.
That's not good.
Hello, Christopher. I'm Nero.
Yeah. Let's also fix up everyone on the bridge, because this bridge is pretty beat up.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
This is Captain KX, IKS Chot. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains cloaked. Perhaps your captain.
Yeah, one thing I would like them to do, and I know you've mentioned doing this later, is with the like space pricing, is actually promoting your guys to actual captains and like having them not be on your ship anymore, but not completely getting rid of them. Just from a thematic standpoint, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, one of the things Cryptic has said that they want to do.
That was an awkward thing, but sure.
Yeah. So one of the things that Cryptic has said that they wanted to do was have a system where you can promote your bridge officers to playable status, which would basically be, in effect, promoting them one higher than they are at maximum. And then the interesting thing about that is that it would allow you to have some races which are not normally acquirable able to be played. Like that would allow you to have a Jem'Hadar playable character, or a Breen playable character. Although that said, apparently Cryptic has also turned around and said that some of the apparently Cryptic has said that CBS has denied some races from being applicable to that, even if they were able to make this work. Like for example, CBS has apparently straight up said, no, you're not making androids capable of being playable captains. Which is, I don't know why you would do that, but okay.
That's robo-racist.
Sure. Yeah, like you're totally fine with us allowing people to have playable Jem'Hadar Federation captains, but you're having a problem with androids, even though there's been examples of it? Okay.
I don't get it.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, sure they have their reasonings, but I don't really get it.
Captain.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Alyssa Flores is now your bridge officer.
Elsa Flores is now your bridge officer.
Officers add abilities to your ship in space and accompany you on away missions on the ground.
All decks reporting in, sir. We took some casualties, and sickbay is
So
full.
now
All
we
ship
are
systems-
in the
I
next
have been trying to get
phase
access
of
to
this
all
tutorial,
but
which is
something
now going to be the space portion, I guess.
Yep.
She's still cloaked, but I think she took some real damage.
Still running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time.
Hailing the break even now, Captain.
Oh, that makes perfect sense why we would be helping a ship called the Break Even.
Damn dirty Ferengi.
Yeah. I know your ship's all beat up and such, but could you help fix ours, please?
I'm grateful for all you've done to save my ship.
Increase your speed using E. Decrease your ship speed by using W and S to move up or down. Use A and D to turn left or right.
Helm, full stop. I've stopped us this time, sir, but from now on, you'll be responsible for assessing.
What?
There's just a bit with your engineer later.
Plenty of those to spare.
Oh.
Position yourself near the ship and press F to interact with it.
Thanks. We'd help you if we could, but I just don't see any profit in it,
Well,
Now I'm wondering if you get the other people too, since they have voices and stuff.
Almost done, Captain.
You
Level 2
might.
diagnostics
I'm pretty sure the new tutorial still ends you with a full complement. I just don't know who they are.
Not enough. Plasma injectors are made to withstand quite a beating, but I think the Klingons specifically sabotaged them when they boarded us.
we're not the first ship the Klingons have hit here. There's wreckage all...
Just
Bingo! I found some suitable debris in the
I'm just
boneyard
going through
nearby.
this. I don't know. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, I like it.
Get the
Like I
parts
say, I like it better than the old one.
Yeah.
Press the space
I'm waiting to see how it ends to see if it's completely nonsensical.
Yeah. But I'm
'Cause-
pretty sure it actually will end with the same Borg invasion.
That guy's getting annoying.
Well, that part's fine. It's more. One of my biggest problems with the 2009 Star Trek movie is basically at the end they say, "Okay, Kirk's the captain of the Enterprise now," when not a day before in the show he was essentially up for kind of getting kicked out of Starfleet.
Level 1 diagnostic.
Yeah.
Zarba's
Yeah.
dealing with the warp core, but until she's done, we're still stranded out here with...
That is just a huge logical flaw to myself, or that I had a problem
The
with.
engineer.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Use your phaser bangs to weaken shielded targets. Use your torpedoes on an enemy when their shield is down.
Oof, I am really crawling along here.
Yeah, they don't let you use full impulse yet.
Well, this isn't even like regular impulse yet. Like I am just crawling towards these jamming satellites.
Nice shot. 2 more jamming satellites left.
It's because your ship's damaged.
Yeah. It's a little banged up, but we got our engineer working on it.
I just like the part where the engineer just kind of like fangirls all over the technology.
I haven't forgotten about you. Think your ship can take a couple more hits?
Long-range communications are operational, sir. Shall I send the distress signal?
That Klingon ship took some real damage. I'll bet she's leaking Understood. I'd rather not die to Klingons on my first day. Got it. I can trace the. I'll send the source of the plasma signature to navigation.
Right, there you go. Now we
It's
got
pretty far out,
full
sir.
impulse.
We should use
Yep.
the ship's full impulse power to reach it. This will temporarily take power from other systems, but vastly improve our speed. Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
I can meet your depths.
Oh, and actually, since I'm here,
Full
oh,
impulse by clicking on
come on. There we go. Now it's letting me use the button. Since I'm here, let's look at Flora's. Yeah, so her space, she starts with leadership, which is plus subsystem repair and hull regenerate, which is a pretty nice ability.
For you?
Yeah, because she gives that even as she's working as a bridge officer. So as long as she's slotted, she gives.
Oh, you mean her? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she gives a minor bonus to hull regeneration and subsystem repair.
Yeah, I was thinking it meant like her active skills.
No. For the ground, she does, yeah, bonus to all energy damage and bonus crit severity, and she gives a bonus to the team's exploit damage,
your next torpedo attack.
which is that's actually a pretty good setup.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really good for a starting bridge officer. And she comes as purple quality, so she's already like as good as.
Whoever needs more time to get the plasma injectors installed.
Oh, whoops!
Try not to break anything else.
Well, that was weird. I went and shot my torpedo at the boss, and then my torpedo. When he vanished, the torpedo just sort of stopped, turned around, and flew right past me.
Whoops. Great torpedo tracking systems there.
Yeah. It was a nice little mini tutorial on how ship explosions can hurt you.
Ship explosions can hurt you. Don't be near them. The end.
Yeah.
This is Captain Volok of the USS Renown. A Klingon captain would have to be very bold to travel this far into... And did you follow? So, I take it very well. We will escort your ship to... And if he reveals his position, he will be...
Oh, what class of ship is that ally?
The Renown.
Yeah. It's like I think it's a sovereign.
Yeah, I think so.
It's yeah, it's either
Yeah, I think it's just a sovereign with slightly different.
yeah. I think it is. I think it is a sovereign. The elongated shuttle bay ramp area always confuses me because they keep looking. Both the Vesta and the Odyssey have a section that looks like that. That always confuses me.
The Renown will escort you back to Earth space dock. But first we must inform the USS Kittimer that... One moment. My communications officer informs me that we are unable to contact the Kittimer.
Oh yeah, so you get the engineer cadet right away.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
And a promotion.
Promotions.
And then it looks like we're gonna go right from this to the first mission, the old tutorial.
You are now in Sector Warp speed between systems.
Oddly enough, I
Contact is
can't
not
go into
taking
that
place in
mission.
sector space.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Use M to
weird.
Oh, there we go.
open
Never mind.
sector space.
Oh.
Oh, well, it's weird. The normal exit to sector space thing didn't pop up, then it did.
Oh. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Whoops. I'm gonna give my guy some. Oh, hey, that's interesting. So you can mail the break even to access. You can hail the break even to access your mail and bank.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do the next part of this tutorial.
Yes.
Wow, the new tutorial is
You
kind of
know-
long too.
Yeah, it is. I was wondering, like, if we can, like, actually team up at this point or not.
Oh, maybe. Here, let me see if I can invite you.
Yes.
And you can certainly get in, but I think you need to leave the map that you're in and then rejoin the mission to try and get into mine. Either that or...
I actually
no.
can't abort mission, so
Oh,
maybe not.
okay. Yeah, if you click on change instance, it doesn't let you do anything either. Oh, maybe once we get to the next map.
Maybe. We'll see.
We shall soon find out.
Yes, sir. I will require a proc.
Ah, Captain Bullock. Captain Taggart? What are you both doing here? Always good to follow the orders of your superior officers.
These cadets were the unfortunate victims of a Klingon ambush. Captain Taggart,
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system. And if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're with all three ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. The Renown has the largest science team. You're quite confident for a cadet. You remind me a bit of myself when I was an ensign.
You can set your ship's power levels to have a focus on attack,
I think
defense, speed, or
this feels like super sluggish, but it could just be because I'm so used to flying a ship that's
Higher level.
like, yeah, higher level. You know, it has better engines in
Reports
it.
indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the
Also,
readings.
for flying like straight escorts, even though the light cruiser is kind of an escort, it's still not an escort.
Yeah. So now we get to scan anomalies.
Over here, are you seeing the same gamma radiation?
Something we'll be doing a lot.
I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough.
Uh-oh.
We might need to do a full
Now, there's a
my chief science officer, Commander.
science
Uh-oh.
option we can choose. Oh, what did you do?
No, not it's what the anomalies are. It's gamma radiation.
Yeah.
We're going all Hulk on this shit.
Deflector dish is realigned for a reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir. Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us. The board.
Oh no, the Borg! However could we have foreseen this?
Oh noes. Damn Borg. It's gonna suck. Like, first day out of Starfleet Academy, you gotta fight the Borg.
And Klingons. Like you're out here on your training cruise, and your captain gets killed by Klingons, and now you're fighting the Borg.
I know, it's like
This is a terrible first day.
it's like you started like boot camp on September 10th, 2001 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I actually had a friend who was at boot camp when that happened, and
Oh geez.
he was, yeah, they were not having a good time then, to say the least. Though he actually got out of the army for medical reasons shortly after that. So, or I should say got out like he wanted to get out, but he was unable to actually be in the army because of some kind of medical condition he had, like a thyroid thing. So.
I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
a notable observation.
Yes, we have to go save the Kittimar in our tiny little tugboat.
I will send teams to aid the Kittimer. You will have to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. You must also inform...
We're scared. We all studied Admiral Janeway's Borg tactics, but no one thought we'd have to use them so soon.
Oh, yeah, it's amusing. There's
It's
another...
good that the Renown and Kittimar are
The
here,
guy talking is
but
another
I
assimilate
know we need to
Jem'Hadar.
be ready for the day when we're alone
Really?
as a collective.
That's
The
kind of
council's
weird.
already
Yeah,
working with
the
crew.
picture popped up. It was
Do
a
you want them to
Jem'Hadar
convey a
Borg.
message from you? Understood.
Huh.
I'll tell the
Which,
crew
you know,
to
really
send
raises the
and
question
stay
when that
course
happened,
against
but...
anomaly.
I have
Yeah.
added the iota point to your map. Scan there while we...
I really want to know if they can, like, assimilate a changeling. Like, if that would even work.
Well, we're actually coming up on something.
Please transmit the data so we may begin our analysis.
But folks will have to see that one later.
Later, like in, like, 3 weeks.
We have your data,
Yeah.
and our science team is analyzing it now. Our tactical team...
So this is the guy whose voice is supposed to be, like, famous-ish?
There is an 88.7%
Yeah.
chance that you will need my help. I have
Try that
75
again.
million gigaquads of
If I can
computer
recognize
memory
him.
and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
may be
Zachary
the
Quinto,
most
I think,
powerful
who
unit.
plays
that's what I
New
was
Spock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And was Sailor on Heroes for as long as that show was on.
Borg transwarp signatures detected. Prepare your
Yeah,
ship
like,
for
so
combat.
all of his dialogue lines that he's...
I need help.
Yeah, I can see why they
Saying
couldn't
here
get him
are-
back.
Yeah, like, all of the dialogue lines he's having here, like, these are lines that had entirely different contexts in the original tutorial. But they actually did a pretty good job to make him seem, you know, natural to the new dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did a pretty good job. I also like how they just entirely cut out retaking the Kittimer from the Borg yourself.
Ready for this.
It's just like
Yeah.
you're just a bunch of shell-shocked cadets. Like, come on, we're not gonna have you do that
Yeah, plus they covered everything you need to know
for
in the
ground
last
combat.
mission.
Yeah. Well, there's a little more because like there was a little. They haven't covered kits yet, so we may actually still go to the grounds section.
Mhm.
Or maybe we won't. We'll find out here. I'm still fighting Borg spheres. Man, I am super slow. It just does not feel right.
Because you're new, you're low level.
Well, it also is probably like I still got like they're probably still handling it as the ship is damaged, so I still can't maneuver very well. But like, this just does not feel right.
Logically, you can defeat the Borg with Admiral Janeway's tactics.
They did seem to have him record a few new lines, though.
Officers, you are prepared.
I don't. Everything he said before, I think, is still there, but it's been a long
I mean,
time, so.
Some of these lines that he's saying in the just as the pop-ups, like,
We're outnumbered.
these don't sound like what he said before.
I think those are the captain of the Kittimer. Or the, not the Kittimer,
Oh.
the Renown.
Oh, okay, maybe it is.
Your fire at the remaining sphere. Focus your fire, and we shall prevail.
Yeah, I can see why they would have trouble getting Zachary Quinto again.
Yeah.
I have no idea if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. I always thought it was Quinto, though. But
That's probably close enough.
it's amusing because they have new Spock and old Spock in this game.
Yeah.
Here is the situation as we see it. The Borg are using the Pollock system as a staging area for a
Yeah, so we are going to go to the civilian colony.
detecting inbound transwarp
Okay.
The Kittimer
So amusingly, this tutorial is actually taking longer than the episode we just recorded, but that's okay.
Yeah.
must go to the Vega colony, and the Renown is better equipped to hold off further Borg attacks and assist the Kittimer. It is
Most missions can be turned in remotely. Click the icon next to the mission to
it is
report to the
imperative
contact
that you
and
warn
turn
the
in the
colony
mission.
at Vega of the impending
Oh
attack.
wow, as part of this they
What
just
we
give us
can
the
to
evasive
hold off
maneuvers
Borg here in
ability
Vega
instead of it being a
repair the
level up
Kittimer.
of one.
Nice.
And there's getting the science cadet.
We have to
I think you're a bit ahead of me.
as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're
Oh,
not too
okay.
late to warn the
That's
colony.
okay though.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm heading off to Vega for the ground, the final ground portion, or well, it's probably the final ground portion. It might not be.
Shields up, red alert.
Yeah, I'm just fighting the last sphere now.
Okay. Ah, so okay, somehow I managed to get a little bit ahead of you. Oh, here they gave us some new gear. So actually, this is some nice starting stuff. Like they give you a shield regen console for um, like completing that part of the tutorial.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's real nice. What's powered? Okay, well that's not a bad spread of starting bridge officer powers. Elisa gives you torpedo high yield, which is a very good starting damage ability. Zarva gives you emergency power to shields, and Devrel gives you tachyon beam, which, yeah, okay, that's not a bad one. Like, I think having it have been hazard emitters probably would have been a better one because that would have given you a good spread of like all the defaults that you need. Because it would have given you you've had your damage booster because you start with torpedoes.
Mm-hmm.
It would have given you your shield healer and would have given you your hull heal.
Orders, Captain.
Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you
I have lost
Anyway,
contact with Vega
you nearly done?
Colony, sir. Something is
Yeah,
blocking
I'm
all
with that
subspace
part.
signals in this area.
Okay.
I'm just watching the last cutscene now.
I'm just gonna wait here for a moment and see if
We can
you
actually
pop into my if you pop into my instance.
let me equip my new stuff. I might want to actually equip that on. There we go. Okay, so. Wait, what did I just do? Ignore me, I know what I'm doing.
Do you now?
No. I really don't. There we go. Get rid of this crap. Okay. Now, head for Vega. I'll be there in a second. I don't have transwarp.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, so let's see if I show up where you are. Did I? Nope.
Nope. Okay, that's fine. That honestly, that makes sense. I totally am turning faster and better in sector space than I am in normal space. It's really kind of weird.
Our hails are still blocked, sir. The Borg may be...
Borg are jamming up any remote signals. It's not...
Transwarp conduits opening all over the system, Captain. The Borg are here. Those civilian ships are right in the Borg's path.
Planetary
We have to help
assimilation
them.
probe. It doesn't sound good at all.
That's bad news. Yeah, I think they gave you tachyon beam just to have like a quote-unquote damage
Yeah.
power for science.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's something like it is something else. Actually, I can see like a good reason for it because it shows you that like science. If all they gave you was like if they gave you hazard emitters, you might get the impression that science abilities are just another heal.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I would have preferred it to be hazard emitters because I think that would have been a better spread of all the default abilities. But having it be a attack power, so to speak, is still useful because it gives you a good spread that a good. I'm just sliding like mad. This is kind of weird. It's like the space mission is on ice or something.
Frozen
Yeah,
space.
But yeah, I think it would have been better to have given to have given like hazard emitters or something, or even just have all of them give the their appropriate career team, like be tactical team, engineering team, science team.
Mm.
But it's like that's okay. Honestly, of the first level science attack powers, I would rather have tachyon beam than like tractor beam.
Yeah. Even though tractor beam is kind of more iconic.
I have short-range communications. Long-range signals are
Yes,
still blocked.
that is true.
Borg landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
I believe I can send a message to those ships.
Civilian ships, you are ordered to disengage and retreat. We will cover you.
Roger that, Starfleet. All ships, fall back.
All civilian ships have safely warped out of the system, Captain.
I wonder if Cryptic did anything like to add more dialogue to the tutorial, like to the introduction missions. Now there's like named and storied characters on your team.
I don't know. It might have.
It might have. Well, we're not going all the way back through the entire game.
Nah,
just to
just
see.
look it up on the internet.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I'll see at some point. If they did, that's a nice touch. If they didn't, I entirely understand why they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not be hurt if they didn't. Honestly, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Or take forever to die. There we go.
Captain, the Borg have landed, and the
Now we
colony
get to
won't
beam
be
down
able
the
hold
planet.
off.
Choose your away team
Hey,
for your next
you're
mission. Your
right
chances
on
for
par
growth
with me.
on your away
Excellent.
team grow as you recruit more bridge officers.
This is a new ground map.
According to our readings, over half the planet is already
Half the planet is already
assimilated
assimilated.
by Borg.
Whew.
At the rate they're progressing, the region... No, sir. I'll follow your lead.
What I find amazing is sometime between the Klingon attack and now, your character managed to change clothes.
Yeah,
Those Borg
that is
ships
actually
are
pretty
working.
good.
We too late? Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pop nanobots directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area soon.
So did all your other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, he might have just decided to, like, as you were flying through warp.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Go
probably more travel time than we've actually experienced.
Yeah, or at the very least, the travel time is lengthier than we have experienced.
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you.
Oh, and here they tell you about armor.
Press the U key to view your status.
Yeah, this is very much in tune with the like the first couple of Romulan missions.
Yeah.
You can also equip your
Yeah, I definitely got that impression, especially since
They're not as like linked story wise, but
yeah.
it still feels like that.
But like the progression of your fighting on the in the space area was also very similar to the Romulan one.
Mm-hmm.
This is also a better setup for this mission as well. Because like the drones are actually showing signs of being like active, like they're doing something instead of just oddly standing around threatening colonists.
Yeah.
Which was definitely like it was so weird that they even had during one of the rewrites of the Federation tutorial, they actually had to have people sort of comment like, this is actually kind of weird.
Yeah, Borg don't idly stand around doing nothing. Well, they do, but when there's people who assimilate, they don't idly stand around doing nothing. They get to jamming tubes up people's asses.
Yeah, so it's the whole thing was kind of weird.
We have the civilians. There is still no sign of the renowned or the kiddos.
The map as well is also really nicely done.
Yeah, it helps that it's brighter, so you can actually see the
yeah,
assimilation
that's
stuff.
also very helpful.
I apologize for Coles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg... I see. Then it's true. Vega is doomed. I know. Coles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. No, there are dozens more hiding out in the buildings. But Coles and I have a plan. We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick.
Oh, there we go. Now they teach you how to use a kit.
Mm-hmm.
You have received a kit appropriate to your...
I think I mentioned this, but one of the things Cryptic really wants to do with kits is they want to make it like a set of new equipment slots, kind of similar to how they made traits for captains work.
Yeah.
So that you can equip different abilities into these slots.
Yeah, that would. I probably said before, but yeah, that would work better.
Yeah.
It would help you feel more consistent about what you're using.
Definitely. And also, like, just make some of the abilities more like worthwhile. Like, there are some of the some of those kits that you can get that are just like they're not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like they come with some abilities that are really nice.
Yeah,
but,
like the one
they
I
come
use
with
on
other...
my science guy, I like the radiation, but like the pulse around you really isn't helpful aside from when I'm meleeing Borg.
Another group of civilians
Yeah.
is beamed to the ship, Captain.
It's just that they could have, because there's just a limited number of the different slots or different kits themselves. Yeah, they could have done better, but they do, like they have a decent spread. I just wish like I could mix and match some of the abilities for sure, because like some of them like some of the ones just give me abilities that I don't want for abilities that I do. Whereas like others have mostly abilities I want with one that I don't, but just so it's just like a wasted slot. Because I'm never going to use that one ability, but I need all the others.
Shields are back up, sir, but more port vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator.
Thank you for everything you've done. Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save...
Glad to do anything I can.
I think the last bridge officer they give you may in fact be this this fellow here, which would be really nice because they just will then straight up give you a guy with efficient right away to let you know that efficient is amazing. That's what I'm supposed to do. This bit right here is a little goofy because you got this small swarm of assimilated people that are just sort of banging on a door like they're a pack of zombies.
Well, they are zombies. Cyborg zombies. Yeah, the best kind of zombies.
But it's not so obvious.
Yeah. I have World War Z to watch later. Just throwing that out there.
Do you really have that to watch?
Well, my roommate got it from Netflix, and she's not here for the weekend, so...
Oh. Well, okay.
It's not like I had to put forth any effort into getting it to watch.
Someone else did.
Someone else did.
We played poker last night.
I read the book. I love the book, so I'm expecting to hate the movie.
Well, I have just been hearing that the movie is bad, but I can only take I've been hearing that from someone who like hates a lot of things kind of unnecessarily. So maybe it's okay.
I don't know. I just think the concept from the book would have made for a better movie than trying to make a generic zombie movie.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not a fan of zombie movies anyway, so I'm not a fan of zombies. So
unless they're cyborgs.
I'm not going to say I'm a fan of the Borg.
Borg 101. It's like a college course. Actually, I would laugh if there was actually a course at Starfleet Academy called Borg 101.
Well, there probably is, because I mean they've made a number of references already to anti-Borg fighting tactics. So clearly there's some sort of lesson on how to fight the Borg at Starfleet.
Oh, do not let them shove tubes in your neck.
Is that? Okay, I guess it is a Jem'Hadar. It doesn't really. It barely looks like one. I guess the neck spikes is like the only thing that makes it obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those neck spikes, it'd be like, that seems like a random alien.
It's interesting.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a very interesting design. Like the fact that they had what seems to be a Jem'Hadar Borg, but at the same time, it's also, when did that happen?
We're packed to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed, so we possibly But what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites...
Oh wow, the new texture they put on the planet to show that it's been partially assimilated. That is actually real nice.
That's pretty cool. Or it's based on the one they did for First Contact.
Yeah.
Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around.
I don't know if I'm just like, I'm just misremembering how slow and sluggish the Miranda felt back when I was
Probably. It feels
back
about
in Tier
that
1.
slow. It feels as slow as it should be to me.
Alright. Yeah, just too used. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even say that I'm too used to escorts, because on my main I still fly cruisers and carriers, which are big ass slow ships, but like still. But it probably is that I'm just used to how fast ships go at impulse with like Mark 12 engines.
Yeah. And now a sphere wants to kill us.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound good.
Okay, that picture essentially looks like someone assimilated a skeleton. I'm serious, it looked like a skull with Borg parts attached, which would be really cool looking. Someone assimilated Arthas. Too good for him, I say. Of course, now I want to see like a Shadowrun game with like a cyborg glitch or something. That'd be amazing.
Who knows? Maybe someone's made something like that for Shadowrun Returns.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I should try playing around with that with the story editor and that, because it seems pretty good.
The game itself is fun, so.
The game itself is great. I need to actually check to see how that one attempt to remake the Super Nintendo game is turning out. Oh, this encounter here doesn't seem to be a good one.
But the cube showing up right in front of you?
Yeah. Plus, like, a whole army of cubes.
That's okay. Just give it a sec.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of folks that came in. Oh, look, one is the Defiant. That's
yes.
even better.
And we've run into the Armitage before too, haven't we?
Pretty sure we have. If nothing else, like, we should know. But I mean,
the name sounds familiar.
The Armitage class is the name of the Tier 5 Akira refit.
Oh, okay.
So that, and which is actually the
and that's what
the
it
skin
is, so.
that ship is using.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the carrier Akira, that is actually a real nice ship too. I actually really like the Akira refit. I just haven't bothered to buy one for the LP yet, and like, I don't know if I will at the rate that we're going.
Yeah. If you're not going to use it on your main,
Yeah, like I'm not gonna use it on my main, and I've got enough like nice carriers on my main anyway. Like I have no need for an escort carrier. Having one for the LP would be nice, but like I'm not gonna be using the LP character as a main character.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a shame because it is actually a very nice ship. I'll probably buy it at some point just to support Cryptic, but I don't think I'd actually use it for any serious amount.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like that they did it. I mean, the Akira's a wonderful design, and
The people who designed Enterprise thought so too.
yeah. And I like that they made it a a carrier.
To protect the civilians you have on board, as well as to you and your crew have done well. Coles would make a fine.
Yeah, so they gave you a Saurian who. Oh, okay. He doesn't have efficient. That's interesting.
What do you think he or was he have? I didn't look yet.
He doesn't have any space abilities at all.
Sads. Well, it makes sense because I'm on a ground mission.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it also makes sense that they don't give you efficient because that's like one of the best abilities for space captains at all. So, not giving it as a freebie is probably a good idea. Yes, correcting the admiral about your rank is a good idea.
Be confident in yourself, I guess.
Facing off against Klingon invaders and a Borg invasion force within hours of leaving Starfleet Academy. Very unusual. And then we go on to do the normal.
Yeah, normal stuff.
Yeah.
So, kind of silly, but not as.
Yeah.
Not as. I don't know. It doesn't bug me as much as the thing at the end of 2009 Star Trek because, for one, he just flat out admits he's trying something different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed that. Yeah.
We're standing next to James Rhodes and he's white. Way to miss the point, dude. Name your character James Rhodes. Should look like Don Cheadle or 90s James Rhodes or a guy who played him in the first movie whose name I forget. Terrence Howard, that was it.
They send you off with a pretty decent set of gear.
Yep.
So yeah, that is actually a really nice new tutorial.
It is, and clocks in about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. Wow. Well, man, we could have almost done this as next week's episode. But whatever, I'll just finish processing this and it'll go up as a supplemental.
Yeah.
There's no need to waste a week's episode on redoing the tutorial.
Yeah, it's not like we're doing anything else tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go off and do some of my dailies.
Okay, you were gonna do something else tonight. I wasn't.
Oh,
Gave her unexpected days off.
Yeah. it's the best type of days off.
Yeah. Except for the part where you don't get paid for them, but
Oh, okay. Because
okay.
I still get paid for my days off.
Yes. Well, I didn't have an unexpected day off.
Well, actually, it depends.
They changed the schedule and didn't tell me.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, probably it's an oversight. I don't really care that much. I don't really live that far away, so.
Oh well.
Yep.
Anyway.
So yeah, that was a tutorial. It is a lot better. Very much more.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
more
that tutorial.
More story, more connection, gives you more context to your character.
Yeah, and you walk away with a pretty nice new bridge officer.
Mm-hmm. Actually, 4, but.
Well, you walk away with 4 decent ones in the old tutorial, but this one you walk away with one very good specific bridge officer.
Yeah, well, I like that they're all specific people. That makes them more.
Yeah, that is also good. Like even if the other 3 won't do anything for you after this part, like after the story.
Yeah, just the fact that they were characters.
Yeah, the fact that there was something about them added a wonderful touch to it, and just makes them more important to you as a character.
Yeah, it's like I stuck with the Romulan ones the whole way through too, just because for the same reason.
Yeah, like I just used the same ones the entire time because, like, yeah, I might have been able to get some like quote unquote better purple bridge officers, and actually I do because like I have, well, yeah, because I have a bunch of special event ones on that character that I got for a variety of things, and I still didn't change most of my bridge team because like you have a connection with most of them, and like it's hard to just break that. And it's nice that they redid the Federation tutorial to have a little bit of that added. I really like that.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, from what I understand, the Klingons do that too.
Yeah, it's something like that. But we will see that whenever we decide to do the Klingon tutorial, which we'll have to see whether that'll be what we do next, or we do the Romulan story next, or maybe we just wait on that and do some endgame stuff. Just whatever folks want to see.
Vote now.
Yep, let us know. But with that, we'll cut this extra long
the supplemental episode, which is longer than the actual episode.
Yeah, wow, what's up with that? And we'll just end this here, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.